and communicate that this should not be happening to our city. This is a natural crisis that have been placed in New York. And if we followed that theory, we would have had 177,000 migrants and asylum seekers still in our care. 177,000. And instead of that, we came up with a real plan that allowed people to take the next step on their journey in this country and pursuing the American dream. 60% of those children and families, over 50% of those with children and families, are now taking the next step on their journey. Over 50%. Over 80% of the single adults are now taking the next step in their journey and pursuing the American dream. No child or family should grow up in a hotel or in a herc or in any other non traditional household. We are being not only responsible, we're being human.
Okay, so this is the New York mayor talking about the migration crisis in New York. It's protests every day that's going on in New York. New Yorkers are they're upset. They're upset that government don't listen to them. They pay all the taxes that keep the city running. And the city just uses the tax money to do whatever they want to do with it instead of doing things with the money that the taxpayer want the money to be put to the side for. Things of their favor, but they have their own liberal agendas. So now he's here talking about how the migrants, how it's sad that the kids are not growing up in a household, but who started this? Yes, the American dream should be accomplished by all people, people that come here from everywhere, but it should be accomplished the right way. My parents are not from here. My family is not from here. I'm first generation. My family is all from Panama. My mom is from Panama. First language is Spanish. My dad is from Panama. First language is Spanish. My sister was born in Panama. My family wasn't here during slavery in America. My family wasn't even here in the States in the 70s. My family just got here in the 80s. And they achieved the American dream. They came through here on a proper paperwork. My dad came here through the army. You know, Panama has a big connection with America. Panama to this day uses the American dollar. And the reason why the Americans stay so close to Panama is not because they love the Panamanian people. It's because Panama is an insula between between the most drug influenced continent in the world. And Panama is also in the peninsula of Central America, which is drug infested. Central America and South America literally could flood the whole planet with drugs. And it's because of the Panama Canal. It's very important. So America keeps a real stronghold on Panama because of the Panama Canal. And many people, including my family, they came here and they did it the right way through paperwork. Yes, immigrants should come here every day. I agree. Immigrants should come here every day by the thousands, but through the court system. If we the people have to get a COVID vaccine, flu vaccine, all these stuff, if we don't do it, we can't get a job. We can't get this. They hold up against this. We get punished. Your kids can't go to this school in this district, but then you could be from another country, climb through a hole in a gate. You don't have to do any of that. And you could come to New York City. You could get a card that you could pay for all your groceries. You could be in a five-star hotel, and you can have politicians fight for you and you never even paid them $1 in taxes. How about that?
Maine, as we invest in the future of our migrants and asylum seekers. And so a bill that states that we should permanently keep people inside a HERC is just not a responsible way to address this issue. And we want to continue to make sure that we get it right. And that's what we have been doing get it right. So for State Senator Hoyleman and Assembly Member Cruz to propose this bill, I say to them, response to this is what they should look at and do an analysis. Now, one child, not one family, not one individual has to sleep on the streets of the city of New York. What we have done is working. I drive around the city all the time and see, do we have encampments? Do we have people sleeping in large tent settings? No. Other cities are now looking at what we're doing. And so it's unfortunate this bill.
They're looking at what you're doing. You are literally, you are literally stopping people from regular citizens from getting hotel rooms. There's so many people coming into New York City on business, on vacation, on tourists, on so many different things. Americans that, they may not can't pay for their mortgage, so they need a hotel room. They can't get no hotel room because all the legal migrants are in 5-star hotel rooms and all type of hotel rooms all throughout the city. So you're saying that other cities want to follow? No, don't follow that. You designate a area if you want to be a sanctuary city or area far away from the regular citizens. Since we all got vaccinated and it was mandated, we don't want a whole bunch of people close to us that didn't get vaccinated, right? So you pick an area far away. You gate it off, and that's where you keep the migrants that didn't go through the process that regular migration goes through. Our past people who migrated here legally. If I illegally migrated to France, I would not be upset with France if they hauled us all off and put us in one area and gate us off for the rest of the citizens because I illegally migrated there.
Bill is being introduced. I'm going to speak with lawmakers and show the data of what Deputy Mayor Wims Isom and the team has done. this, this successful humanitarian response to a crisis that, well, it is not of our doing. And I would love for the assembly person and the senator and everyone else to join us as we continue to call on Washington, D.C. to do their job and call on the Republicans to put in place real immigration reform. We responded to the crisis, and we're going to continue to do so in a humanitarian way.